Have you ever stopped to think about what time really is? Is it something that flows like a river, or is it just a construct of our own minds? The way we perceive time today, with its neat divisions of seconds, minutes, and hours, is a relatively recent invention in the grand scheme of human history. Let's journey back to explore how we humans came to measure, control, and ultimately be ruled by the clock. For our earliest ancestors, time wasn't about numbers on a dial. It was cyclical, dictated by the rhythms of nature. The rising and setting of the sun marked the day. The waxing and waning of the moon defined the month. The changing of the seasons governed their lives: when to plant, when to hunt, and when to harvest. Their world was one of event time. A journey wasn't measured in hours, but in how many sunrises it took. Time was tied to natural, recurring events, not an abstract, linear progression. The first major shift came with the rise of agriculture and settled civilizations. Ancient societies like the Egyptians and Babylonians needed a more precise way to track time for religious rituals and agricultural planning. They looked to the sky. Egyptians developed a 365-day calendar based on the star Sirius, whose appearance heralded the annual flooding of the Nile. The Babylonians, with their advanced understanding of astronomy and mathematics, divided the day and night into 12 periods each, giving us the basis for our 24-hour day. They also used a base 60 number system, which is why we still have 60 minutes in an hour and 60 seconds in a minute. These early timekeeping devices were massive and public. Sundials, or shadow clocks, were used by the Egyptians as early as 1500 BC. They worked great, but had a tiny flaw. They didn't work at night or on cloudy days. To solve this, water clocks, or clepsydras, were invented. These devices measured time by the steady flow of water from one vessel to another. They were more reliable than sundials and could be used anytime, anywhere. Imagine, for the first time, humanity had a way to measure time indoors and in the dark. For centuries, these were the most advanced timekeeping tools. Time was still somewhat fluid, varying from place to place. The length of an hour in ancient Rome actually changed with the seasons, being longer in the summer and shorter in the winter because they divided the daylight into 12 equal parts. The real revolution, the one that truly changed our relationship with time, arrived in medieval Europe with the invention of the mechanical clock in the 13th century. These early clocks were huge, iron contraptions housed in monastery bell towers. They didn't even have faces or hands. Their purpose was singular: to ring a bell and call monks to prayer at specific times, day and night. This was a monumental shift. For the first time, time was detached from the sun and the stars. It was now generated by a machine, ticking away with a relentless, uniform rhythm. Soon, these clocks spread from monasteries to public squares. Town clocks became symbols of civic pride and order. They regulated the workday, market hours, and social life. People started to live not by the sun, but by the bell tower. The abstract mechanical tick-tock began to sync up entire communities. The idea of a universal, constant hour was born. The next leap forward was personalization. In the 15th and 16th centuries, clockmakers figured out how to miniaturize these complex machines. The first portable clocks and eventually pocket watches appeared. Now, wealthy individuals could carry time with them. Time was no longer just a public utility, it was a personal possession. This fostered a new sense of time management and efficiency. Benjamin Franklin's famous phrase, "Time is money," perfectly captures this new mindset. The Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries cemented the clock's tyranny. Factories needed to coordinate hundreds of workers to operate machinery in sync. Punctuality became a virtue, and being on time became a moral duty. The uniform mechanical time of the factory floor became the time of society. But there was a problem. Every town still set its clock by its local noon. So, when it was 12 o'clock in one town, it might be 12:10, just a few miles down the road. This wasn't a big deal when travel was slow, but the arrival of the railway changed everything. Imagine trying to create a train schedule when every single station has its own local time. It was chaos. Trains were constantly missing connections, or worse, colliding. This confusion led to the creation of standardized time zones. In 1884, at the International Meridian Conference, the world was divided into 24 time zones, all synchronized to a single prime meridian in Greenwich, England. Greenwich Mean Time, or GMT, became the world's clock. For the first time in history, the entire planet was ticking to the same beat. In the 20th century, our quest for precision went atomic. We moved beyond gears and pendulums to the very vibration of atoms themselves. The atomic clock, developed in the 1950s, is so incredibly accurate, it won't lose or gain a second in over 100 million years. This level of precision is the backbone of our modern world. It powers everything from the GPS in your phone, which relies on nanosecond timing differences from satellites, to the internet and global financial markets. Our entire digital infrastructure depends on this hyper-accurate, perfectly synchronized time. So here we are. From a cycle of sunrises, we've journeyed to a world synchronized by the vibration of cesium atoms. We've managed to chop time into ever finer slices, from seasons down to nanoseconds. But has this relentless pursuit of precision made us happier? We have more free time than ever, yet many of us feel more time poor than our ancestors. We are constantly racing against a clock that we ourselves built. Our perception of time is also incredibly subjective. Think about it. A minute can feel like an eternity when you're holding a plank. But an hour can fly by when you're with good friends. Time seems to speed up as we get older, and it can warp and stretch in moments of crisis or joy. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity even proved that time is not absolute. It's relative to the observer's motion and gravity. The story of time is the story of humanity. It's a tale of our ingenuity, our need for order, and our endless quest to understand the universe and our place within it. We invented the clock to serve us, to bring order to our world. But sometimes it feels like we've become its servant. Perhaps the next chapter in our relationship with time isn't about measuring it more accurately, but about learning to live with it more wisely. So the next time you glance at your watch, remember the thousands of years of history ticking away on your wrist. From sun-drenched fields to atomic clocks, it's been a wild ride. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more explorations into the world around us. See you next time.